Hello and welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to continue with Honkai Impact. A new version has started, and yeah, a lot of new things to explore. For today I have planned to continue the story, and in the next videos I am going to play this event and do other things for because it's yeah, a bit of time I didn't do anything anymore outside, so yeah, a lot of things that you could do. A few quests, 600 quests for the new version, and yeah, like always, things to claim. Yeah. Some this huge 5 quests for joining, and yeah. There are new outfits, and the Ash of Finality is also back now. Yeah. A weapon, and yeah, also her. But yeah, there are still missing. I still miss so much holds that I don't think I will be very lucky with it. But yeah, I will still try as much as possible to get her in the time that I now have. So yeah, there are going to be quite some videos that are a bit produced forward, because I try to play as much as possible in the time that I have for getting her. So yeah, we need to see, and maybe if I have extreme luck I manage to get her, but I don't think I will. So yeah. Outfit for the Herrscher of Origin, and an outfit for the Herrscher of Reason. Yeah. And yeah, like always, collecting as much as possible. Yeah. Because with silly fragment, yeah, pieces are always good. So yeah, I'm going to continue with this expedition. we much to claim for the beginning of this video. And yeah, since I have a few more cool stats, I'm going to use them to try and have a chance to get her. Even though I don't think I will. Because I have terrible luck when it comes to gacha games. Most of the time, almost top kitty. So yeah.
みんなの気持ちが
Hate more fragments for her. Yeah, and for Herrscher finality. We would need so much. Points that I don't think I will get her. But yeah. We finished chapter 12 last time. And yeah. I think we can start with chapter 13 now. Yeah. What happened there is we managed to get through yeah, with Kiana regain control of what it seems like. Now we are going to continue. Tab. Location unknown. The grey serpent walked down the dark corridor with great confidence. He did not light his way nor make use of a map. The right directions would appear in his mind at every intersection, as though he had been here many times. Yet this was the grey serpent's first visit to this bent place. This place is holy. It was the place where the Sir returned to the living earth. But then he was sealed in another dimension. The serpents grew silent, and the holy site became a lost sect. The day finally arrived. His seer called to him and asked him to fulfill his duty. He stopped at the end of the path. A massive metal door barred his way. He waited for a while. A verbal command appeared like a flash of inspiration, and he read it out loud. Be reborn in destruction. The massive doors cracked open, overcoming dust and rust that had accumulated for centuries. There was a hall and a throne. The man seated on it was in the midst of silent contemplation. Centuries had passed. Powers rose and fell as battles raged across this planet. The past was gone before anyone noticed. The grey serpent had met the man before. He had not changed in the slightest. His will remained untarnished. He transcended time, space, and the karmic cycle. He was the only hope against the ageless force of destruction. The man stirred from his thoughts and looked upon his disciple. The grey serpent trembled at the sight of his eyes. His eyes witnessed both countless miracles and the pain of total annihilation. Every memory was condensed when forged by a superhuman will into two orbs of cold, unfeeling eyes. Forgive yourself for failing to welcome you to return in person. How goes the project? We are making progress. This world now has everything we need to activate it. The Herrscher of Reason may delay you, but he cannot stop the progress of history. Jekyll's research is nearly done. She only needs a final verification. Let it begin. Yes, dear. I also have recovered something, now offered as a gift to celebrate your return. A weapon of such powers should only be wielded by he who leads humanity to its defend a future. The grey serpent presented a great sword with both hands. The all-consuming flame no longer glazed the dull blade, but its familiar shape kindly past memories. He once held this blade to purge the monsters that blotched humanity. He then faced God herself. We finally met again, old friend. His hands closed around the hilt it encrypted as he once did. He gazed at the blunt, heavy sword as he had always done before battles, and he had fought thousands of them. The Thulium weapon vibrated and stirred to life. It responded to his warrior spirit. It began to change. It was more than a weapon. In fact, it felt like a living thing that harbors a soul. Upon reuniting with its wield at the core of the mighty sword erupted to life. Its weapon spirit reignited in fire. Witnesses from ancient times mythologized it, the sword that guards Eden and the fire that destroyed Sodom. Centuries passed, the myth became real. We should fight together again like we used to. As Decent resonated in the hall, a silent thunder that resounded in the hall of the faithful. It signaled the coming of the great storm. Oh God. Yeah. Outskirts of Ark City, late night. 4 months passed since the great Honkai eruption. More and more people sought refuge in cities against the hordes of pale beasts and zombies. But the disaster showed no signs of sustaining. The Ark City make patrols faced another difficult night. Damn it, they're just like roaches. There are just way too many of them. We're getting more and more beast incursions. A city-wide material law has been declared. All our mechs have been deployed to perimeter defense missions. Massive Honkai energy spike detected. Alright boys and girls, brace yourselves for the next wave of roaches. The beast swarmed the mech formation before the commander could finish speaking. Yeah. So, yeah. Kiana still in the city and still trying to help the people. Yeah. She has no control over her powers. Yeah, the bar is completely full. He gets stunned for a second with her. Not very nice, but yeah. Still better than to fail if the bar gets full.
生死か
Kaina doesn't even try to fight herself. And defeated. Okay, yeah. We must leave now. We can't have too many witnesses know you're here. Alright, alright. The battle ended before the surviving mechs could acquire clear visuals of her face. They could only recall a moonlit shadow no one knew when she left. But 2 individuals observed everything from the corner of darkness. Grace Intel tells me that she actually stayed in Ark City. K423. More frequently frequent the sites of Honkai beast seclusion, I fear she might interfere with our experiment. A pest, we have no time for her. Our seer has returned from the Sea of Quanta and gave us orders to begin. Focus on ending the Schicksal raids. Their agents are in Shinsu. Don't let them get in our way. I have an idea. Since Schicksal is interested in the whereabouts of K423, we can have their agents go after her instead. Good. And I have prepared a gift in case we're forced to fight them. They'll be pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Meanwhile, at the floating island Schicksal headquarters. Lord Otto, we have analyzed the intel received from Ningyo in Arc City. Through relinquished data for locating K423, the data revealed that she has stayed in the city. And the existence of such data meant that the World Serpent has been observing K423 as well. Interesting. I wonder what the snake is up to. Rita, head back to Arc City and track down and locate K423. But given the current situation, such a mission might alert him to our motives. There's no need for such concerns. You'll be acting as an official inspector of our business friends. We have partnered with many major multinations in different industry sectors. One of them is Heliopolis Life Science. They offer free medical service to cities affected by the Honkai. For the past 5 months we've been supplying them with Honkai vaccines via the Senshu base in Arc City. In this mission you'll be serving as my proxy and oversee a medical supply shipment to that place. Having access to Helipum's medical records and channels will make your search easier. Understood. En route to Arc City, Schicksal shuttle EOS several hours later. Approaching destination Arc City, Shenzhen. Autopilot deactivated. Initiating landing procedures. Agent Rita, reception from Heliopolis is hailing us. Tell the crew to stand by. I return once I complete the inspections. Roger. Welcome, Miss Rosewise. I'm Kiana, a consultant based in the Senshu branch of Heliopolis. I'll be your official guide for the duration of your visit. The scale of operation here is quite impressive. The handover is taking a while. Could you please show me around? Sure, please follow me. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, nicht gefolgt. Robot thing. But this place looks very big. Now we need to find medical records. Won't be too easy. The buildings here remind me of ancient Egypt. Just the preference of our boss. The pyramid over there is... It's the administration tower. Very stylish. A very big pyramid. Yeah.
偉大なる事業を成し遂げたのです。天命が薬品の材料を提供してくれたお前たちがいなければ、ここの引き渡しもそろそろ終わる頃だと思います。本題に入りましょうか。この度、信州に訪れたのは、
Purpose of this visit is to secure support from Heliopolis. Given your ties with the city's public health system, may I access Honkai-related health records in the past 5 months? grant you access to private medical information, I'm afraid. This will only benefit Oxley. We know this place is under martial law due to Honkai beast attacks. Sometimes we may need to circumvent a few roads to better protect the people. Prevention is better than the cure. Finding the root causes of these events will protect the people and save lives. I see. I will acquire the data you requested. But try to be careful, Miss Rosewise. This city is not as safe as it once was. Thank you. I will keep your advice in mind. Speaking of protection, many claim that the Lone Ranger saved them from the attacks. One of yours, perhaps? The Lone Ranger? No one saw her face. No one saw how she arrived or how she left. Perhaps she's just an urban legend. People would rather fantasize about superheroes instead of trying to save themselves. Indeed, but I'm willing to believe in this hero. I want to believe she exists. Rita said and smiled with great sincerity. Yeah. I think this chapter will take some while. Which Schicksal Shadow EOS a few hours later. And you then, I've gone through the data that Helios gave us. Altus, Elgin 3, am I right? Yes, I'm Scott. They say you knew every Valkyrie by name, and I just found out that it's true. They also told me it's a great privilege to fight along your side. But you're often on solo missions. You can't believe how many of us want to be in the same mission with you. You flatter me. Enough with the heroishies. Please just call me Rita. Oh, yes, Rita. Oh no, it's not right. Captain Durandor will be really cross if she heard me say that. Will she? I shall deliver your generous compliments to our captain. Okay, no, please. That won't be necessary. Let's focus on work. So, Helios sent us Honkai-related medical records for the past 5 months. We have our over 4,000 individual files characterized with 35 Honkai incidents. 35? Okay, anything about K423? An entry from 2 months ago. Multiple beasts at an overpass south of the city. A victim claimed to have witnessed a girl hiding the beast, but was later diagnosed with post-traumatic stress. I don't think it was PTSD. This victim probably saw her. Well done, Edris. Thank you, Ocean Rita. Everyone flatters me by calling me best tool of Echelon 3. Oh dear, best tool? This isn't very nice. Anything else? No, I mapped the descriptions of K423 to the records but got nothing. She probably never went to a hospital. No medical records, no shopping records. Even citywide surveillance records gave nothing. Is she a ninja? She can avoid cameras and hide amongst the people, but if she stayed in the city, someone should have seen her and may have even taken a picture. The clues you found prove this much. But finding such data from every site and page on the web will take months. Edwith, heard about the underground Intel market that monitors every single data stream in the web? I checked that market if I'm the one looking for clues. Yeah, but this informations come from the Grey Serpent in Ark City. We know that he isn't dead, but yeah. It's not only the Grey Serpent anymore, but also the complete pact with the World Serpent. Yeah. And now fighting against more and more mechs. I'm still surprised that this thing two-hitted me. That's why I needed to restart. I don't spend 5 gems. So yeah. And this time I gave my best not to get hit. So yeah. I'm still at it. I didn't know how to avoid this. The dog. The robot dog helped a lot. Did not get hit too much. I don't know what the problem with the camera was. But yeah. Camera often likes not broken. Yeah. Nothing special. Rita as a fighting character is really fun to play with. Well, yeah. I think that it actually makes the fights quite easier. And finish. Defeated. Not even got hit. The room was empty, machines hummed in the background. The place handled bits from across the world for knowledge, the cheapest yet most valuable commodity. The crazy open door state process remained very much alive. Rita thought about the man whom she had killed. Something did not add up. She became unsure if she had truly killed that man. Rita shook her head and plugged in the Neon's mobile data storage device. Access granted. Neon index module detected. Where should I begin? There were witnesses of a girl who fought the Honkai beasts. Rita also remembered the Lone Ranger the Chiora mentioned. She realized that what she was looking for. She entered the search criteria. The system returned the search results almost immediately. The map displayed the coordinates of every Honkai attack that took place in Ark City during the past few months. Rumors, photos and videos posted on various websites were quickly displayed on screen. While scanning the wealth of information, she acquired a familiar figure caught Rita's attention. There you are, K423. Ashleaf, did you mention that a large number of Honkai beast attacks occurred in Ark City during the last 2 months? Yes, 35 cases in 2 months, mostly at the city's outskirts. The clear material loss absurd. It seems that something within the city was drawing the beasts to it. Keep an eye on the Ark emergency system and deploy the mortar blades to the site of the next Honkai attack. What about K423? Are we giving up on her? My intel tells me that she frequently the sites of the attacks. Some witnesses even took pictures of her. The genius! Getting to the next beast attack will give us a chance of catching K423. I guess we can just sit back and wait patiently for the next outbreak. Indeed, and it won't be long before the next attack takes place in the city. Yeah. Not very nice, but oh well. 2 days later. And now we have to defeat a few enemies to get to the place. to defeat. Yeah, to defeat. And get the zombies. They're entering a state of frenzy. I can see glowing red patterns on them. Wait, these markings appear to be stigmata. Stigmata? We'll figure that out later. Get into position. Roger, I might have made a mistake. K-423 spotted. All units, prepare to engage. It would be surprising if he didn't notice anything. The girl dashed amongst the beasts and zombies with her pistol ablaze. She landed after unleashing her final shots. Her hair was as pale as moonlight and contrasted against a defeated Karase's suit across the battlefield. She turned around and waited for a while before she decided to end the silence. Look, you can stop hiding already, I know where you are. A pleasure to meet you again, Miss Castellana. Perhaps I should address you as the Herrscher of the Void. Yeah, like I said, it would have been surprising if she didn't notice them. Rita Rose, I remember you. The headquarter additional who oversees and Freya Valkyrie exams 7 months ago. I'm deeply honored. I didn't expect you to remember me. You must have had a hard time drifting on the streets. The overseer quarterly invites you back to headquarters. I'm not going with you. You're unstable and you're attracting Honkai beast attacks on this innocent city. Only Schicksal can help you. We will treat you and make sure that you no longer hurt anyone else. I don't want to repeat myself. What a stubborn little girl. Yeah. So now we need to fight against this immortal blade enemies. Thankfully they are close combat enemies, which makes it a lot easier to fight with Kiana, because they don't really have much, because they need to get close to me. I just need to stay away from them. Yeah. Not very easy, but still not very easy to defeat. And more enemies are coming. And now against Rita. I really hate when enemies have invincibility. With the possibility to get an invincibility phase. But yeah, sadly most of the times strong enemies are either extremely overpowered or have an invincibility phase. Way too overpowered skills or have an invincibility phase. in this game. So yeah. But nothing you can do about. It's not. Since I'm getting better, I think, at avoiding attacks, it makes it a lot easier to fight. So, yeah. And defeated. Pistol Road Rider sang through the air as through the stars fought the seas and moon. Yet this titanic battle ended in the blink of an eye. The fighters regained their footing and turned to face each other once more. I have a question for you, Rita. What do you think is more important, catching me or saving the city from disaster? Catching you will save the city from disaster, dear.
今の私を捕まえるのはそう簡単なことじゃないよ。それに信じてくれるかわからないけど、崩壊人がこの都市を襲う原因は私じゃない。その証拠があれば、上条製薬が何をするつもりか、その目で確認できるはず。それと、私はここを出ない。私にとって災害を止めることは逃げることよりも重要なことだから。私を信じることができない立場にいるのはわかるけど、選択する権利はあんたにあるから。
So, Kiana knows things that the others don't know. And with that we finish the first world of 3. Oh yeah. And we have now the ability to upgrade characters. Oh yeah. I firstly upgraded Kiana. I didn't know if I would play with other characters. Also, but yeah. Since I like Kiana more than Rita, I upgraded her in the hopes that I could choose most of the times who I want to play with. So yeah. And I used everything that I could use. And now we are going to continue with the story. Great Schicksalsschale EOS. Rita silently pursued the evidence that Kiana sent it to her. An injector, standard Schicksal design. A data card engraved with the Hillbillies logo, most likely a pass for opening security doors. Kiana's words left her confused. The confusion slowly grew into completely. Miss Forsyth, I've tracked the injector serial number. It came from the batch of vaccines they supplied to Heliopolis. But the contents in active agents have been replaced. No, it has been changed. Our scene agent was modified into an activator for significant boosting Honkai resistance. But I'm not seeing any negative pharmacological effects on the human body. What is Bill is trying to do? Just something I need to tell you, Miss Forsyth. I want to talk about the zombies' glowing patterns that I saw while in action today. I'm now very certain that they are stigmata. Stigmata? Are you sure, Eltwith? Your claims sound preposterous. I'm definitely sorry. People might call me careless, but I'm very certain of what I saw. You were right. Then this Oxygen incident has turned out to be far more complicated than it appears. Stigma is a secret Schicksal tech used only by the Valkyries. If the zombies have then it would mean two things. Someone has been turning Valkyries into zombies, or someone figured out how to implant stigma on people. Rita thought about it for a while before giving a response. I don't think I can sleep tonight. I must investigate this and prove my hypothesis. What? Are you heading to Elvis facilities? Trespassing is a violation of our treaty with them. Circumventing a few roads is sometimes necessary to achieve our mission. Besides, K423 is now the least of our worries. Oh. Yeah. I think so too. I think they have bigger problems at the moment than catching Kiana. Because at the moment Kiana seems like he has the Honkai under our powers under control. But the problem with the process, I really don't know what the name is called. Thankfully I realized very quickly that I'm not allowed to run into the lights, not like the other time. Oh yeah. And now we have a stealth mission. We need to break into the... Meanwhile, in a distant place, the Schicksal Valkyries have come uninvited. They now suspect us. A pity, but I thought you always wanted to get rid of them. I would prefer avoiding a fight for as long as possible. That Herrscher was supposed to distract Schicksal, who would help get rid of her, but things have changed. No matter, I have a backup plan for this. We give Rita some of the answers she wants. People tend to be vulnerable when distracted by a treasure hunt. And try to use the gift I've prepared. I hope to observe its efficacy in the field. The Schicksal Valkyries may withstand more pain than ordinary humans. Perhaps they scream differently. I desire to observe them up close. Try not to kill all of them and leave me with a live specimen. Once I make a move, the test must start at once to get the data we need before Schicksal arrives in force. Relax, I have a new identity once this is over. Schicksal will never find us. And the people in the city? Do not sympathize the insignificant thing. Focus instead on the rural humanity. Despite their great power, Schicksal safely tells people lies that they are safe under Schicksal protection. So long as Schicksal stands, humanity will remain helpless sheep cowering in their pants. But our seer has returned. We shall end Schicksal tyranny, and we shall help the world evolve under his leadership. That is the only world where you and this you wish to protect can survive. Enough words, let it begin. Yeah. They are really kind of crazy. Under the cover of night, Rita suddenly arrived at Telepolis research facility. The ID pass allowed her to bypass most security doors in this area. and look for the data servers first. Hopefully they will give me a few answers. Keep the channel open, Miss Rosewise. I'm the tool and I'm always ready to help. Let's find out what Helipolis is hiding. Yeah, I really like this stealth mission. And taken out. I really like the animation when defeating an enemy. I can already say I took quite some time to defeat the enemies. Because, yeah, I wanted to, wanted to defeat them all without getting caught. Oh yeah. I can already say some enemies I wouldn't have to defeat, but I found that I had so much fun with this stealth mission and with this defeating enemies without being noticed that I wanted to use it as much as possible. So, yeah. And the next one. Taken out. Only a few left. Oh, for this area is one more enemy left. Oh yeah. And eliminated. And with that I can now look for the data. Let's find the medical aid project plan of Helopus. Helopus has been providing humanitarian aid to Honkai city since the second eruption. After the third eruption they expanded their efforts in the Far East and Shenzhou. And that was when they started building this industrial park. Free pharmaceuticals for Honkai infected citizens. Free clinical treatment for cases suffering from severe infection. They're really doing all this for free. They must be super rich. Free things often cost more. Perhaps the price they desire is life itself. Yeah. Nobody is giving health support in this big amount of, in this giant amount of scale out for free. Oh yeah. There is some kind of price there that they need to pay. Yeah. I wasn't. Like I said, I am not allowed to be noticed, and I also want to take them out. That's why I waited. And yeah, with that, I'm inside the place without getting
かしこまりました。ご安心く
out,
ださい。艦長
without
様は
having
私がお
problems.
守りします。かしこまりました。
No, I just needed to be careful. And next one defeated. Yeah, like I said. Now I would have only needed next. I wouldn't even probably have needed to defeat that one. And would have been able to go through. But yeah, like I said, I still decided to eliminate him
かしこまりました。
and the other ones. Since it's
ご
just
安心ください。
fun.
艦長様は私がお守りします。
This kind of stealth mission, I like this kind of stealth missions where you can eliminate the enemies without waiting for 100 years or without needing to avoid
かしこまりました。
only I really like when I can take out the enemies in a stealth mission, but that they aren't a problem for me.
ご安心く
But
ださい。
yeah,
艦長様は私がお守りします。
this is not in many games sadly. And defeated.
かしこまりました。
This two I didn't defeat because they were not in the room, and yeah, the arrow showed me another way. They would have been on this other side. I could have gone through there, but yeah, I didn't know what I was. Yeah,
まだ
if I
危険
would
から
have
脱していませ
a
ん。
problem.
これ
A study of the patent Schicksal Honkai Vaccine APA 022. A pharmaceutical analysis of Happy A022, the vaccine headquarter provides. Are they trying to reverse engineer and copy our pharmaceutical agents? I don't think so. They could obviously modify the vaccine itself from what we've seen and then checked us. I'm searching the stock of Happy A022 in their inventory, and it is now currently at 0. So the entire batch of 300 injectors of vaccines is gone? None of this makes sense. I sense a conspiracy.
ご用でしょうか。
Yeah.
ご安心ください。
Something
艦長
really
様は
isn't
私がお
right
守りします。
about this place.
まだ危険から脱していませ
Oh
ん。
yeah. This is gonna be a long chapter again. Rita grew increasingly uneasy. She felt that something was wrong. The data she found presented only a few dots. Rita pieced the hints together and sensed something terrifying. She would only need to find the last piece of the puzzle to see the entire picture.
触れては
My
ならない。
intuition is telling me that there are to something evil in this place. Something evil? But you're right in that place. Doesn't that mean you're in great danger? I recommend withdrawing from Heliopolis right now, Miss Rosewise. We should plan before making our next move. Rita's optics suddenly detected something and informed by flashing a little red dot. Her phantom iron battlesuit was forged in Helheim Labs. It was designed to hunt down Honkai-infected organisms. And the inbuilt biodetectors of the battlesuit had picked up the faint scent of a zombie. I found something. A good hunter would fire her shot before letting the prey fly away. I retrieve. healthy. Yeah. From what we know, this is probably the trap they have set. Yeah. And like I said, this will take quite some while, probably, this chapter. The building plan showed no basement facilities, but my radar detected an underground source of Honkai. Edwif, I hereby order the nodal plates to be ready. I might need her support. I was hidden from human vision, could easily be detected by a stalker capon. Rita slowly held on. She gave an order. The mech hound leaped into action. I feel we're close to the secrets that we're trying to find. And now we can play the dog. It's the hound. Oh yeah. Just need to defeat it. One way or another. But yeah, defeating this enemy shouldn't be that hard. Oh, okay. And it's defeated. Good job, I found a way to the underground facilities. Alright puppy, go ahead and open the way for me. The elevator door opened. The darkness seemed to offer an obvious invitation. And now the elevator thing where you can eat anything. I really hate this. Kind of battlefield where I can see, where I can change the perspective. Makes the fight very annoying. Okay. Sadly nothing that I can really change. And defeat it. And now the final enemy, this thing. I don't know what it is, what kind of zombie thing that is, and I really don't want to know, but yeah. I defeated it nonetheless. Even though it had quite a high defense. I really didn't want to take very much damage. Maybe I was too weak. But yeah. And defeated. Yeah, and now I'm some kind of underground lab. The giant elevator platform finally reached the underground facility. She stepped into a gigantic chamber. What shocked Rita most was the contents. There were rats containing humanoid specimens that appeared early alien yet familiar. This could only be zombies. The reanimated corpses inherited glowing marks of insect patterns on their pale skin. Stigmata. Before Schicksal created artificial stigmata, only very few people bore these marks naturally. Rita clenched her teeth as she studied every face within the rats. She breathed a sigh of relief when she found no familiar faces, but the relief quickly turned into fury. The specimens varied in size and age. Some extra Honkai tissue glands or white skull. Others had cybernetic body parts instead. The entire chamber was a horror show designed to display the extent to which a human body could mutilate it. Rita realized she was close to the roots of dark secrets. Miss Forsyth, are you alright? I'm detecting sudden increase in your blood pressure and heart rate. Yeah. Understandable. I think everyone would get a higher heartbeat if you get this, if you see something like that. Oh yeah. Nothing that surprises me. I really need to say this is probably the worst kind of mech that exists. They are running away all the time and won't stand down. The hound quickly leaped onto the main computer terminal and plugged itself in. A large number of documents were displayed on Rita's visual. She quickly found the file she was looking for. Stigma, a most valuable technology exhibited into our very own biology. It is not a product of natural erosion, but a previous era biotech constructed that remains a mystery to us. The previous era ended. Complex sets of Honkai resistance genes were inserted into a number of embryos. The stigma result in distinct phenotypes of skin markings known as the stigmata. Humans with stigma have better Honkai resistance and the control that gives rise to human strength. However, each passing generation eroded the integrity of the stigma gene sets. When the carefully constructed set is taken apart, the stigma itself became efficient as well. Though all humans carry stigma genes, only a few could naturally express stigma at a functional capacity. Schicksal attempted to synchronize stigma gene inserts, but these clumsy copies are defective and dangerous. On the other hand, relative genes from the almighty serpent allowed our research to achieve true progress. Serpent? The word serpent? We can now artificially activate and transpose dominant stigma fragments for functional expression. The transformation process was difficult. Many subjects were lost. A few became little more than animated corpses. But those who survived the metamorphosis should gain the ability to survive in a world filled with Honkai. The cost to pay is steep, but the results justify the price. Activation progress remains slow. The numbers fail to meet expectations. We plan to test on a populated city. Madness. They want to perform their tests on an entire city. A giant screen on the other side of the lab suddenly switched on to show a face. I happen to agree with you, but only sometimes. Yeah. They are just monsters. Nothing that surprises me after what we have seen unheard from the word serpent. Oh yeah. And Kiana upgrades. But I was rather interested in upgrading Rita, since I had the feeling already that I would use her for now more. So yeah. Trespassing and spying on things without permission, very typical of Schicksal. Since you're so interested in this place, do take a good look around, Miss Rosewise. I come up with something to entertain you as well. You should always pay for something you want, right? The lives of your vagaries seem like a fair price for the knowledge you've acquired from this place. I'm afraid you have no idea who you're dealing with. You are sadly mistaken if you believe these things can take down the vagaries of Schicksal. Yeah. I have the feeling that's only the beginning. I think this Raven person has something that we will soon get to see. Because, yeah, when she works with the serpent.
その実力を発揮できるのか見せてもらおうじゃないか。
Underhand tactics like zombies and biotoxins only reveal how pathetic you really are. Rita taunted her opponent and swung her silk. The razor-sharp edge clave a zombie in two. But I happen to disagree with you. The person on screen gave a smile and showed no hint of disappointment that her ambush had been defeated. The zombies and beasts around Rita suddenly collapsed as though they had been drained of power. The HSNB for this serum is no simple guess, I think you know what it is. A serum designed by a genius from Schicksal to neutralize Honkai energy within the body. We further modified it for you. Serum particles can enter your system via skin exposure to make you human again. Oh, the irony. Using a Schicksal weapon against Schicksal vagaries. She gave an order. Heavy Max landed in the chamber and charged at Rita. Yeah. And now it's a fight against time. Yeah.
頑丈だな。仲間の心配をする必要はない。公平を期すために全員に同じプレゼントを用意しているからな。仲間が殺されたのにまだ笑えるのか。冷酷な。あなたが天命の手に落ちたら、あなたをどう処罰するか考えていたんです。できもしないことを語るやつが私は嫌いなんだよ。やれ。
Yeah. I don't think it will be that easy. She wouldn't smile that way if she hadn't had a plan or some kind of plan. 10 of 15 stages complete. And yeah. More of this chip things to upgrade my characters. Rita also gotten more upgrades. So, yeah. And Kiana. And I upgraded Kiana more. I had the feeling after that many stages with what is it called? Rita, now Kiana's unknown area city I was scored several hours ago. Memo notes connected by different colored lines were pinned on the city map displayed on the wall. Kiana and Wu had been digging up leads and info of the city's Honkai outbreaks. The answer became clear once all the pieces of the puzzle were placed together. Kiana, when did you realize that someone was behind the Honkai incidents in Arc City? I saw a familiar face in a fight against the zombies. It was a woman I saved last month. I was shocked when I saw her again as a zombie. I once asked you if the Honkai outbreaks in the city was due to her waking up inside of me. And I told you that you weren't to blame. I know that to be a fact since I have been watching you all this time. Exactly. You said the Honkai beast would have spawned around me if she were the cause. Your words pointed me to the right direction. The Honkai beasts and zombies are always attracted to high concentrations of Honkai energy. Kiana placed pins on each and every side of the Honkai outbreaks. Look, the locations of every Honkai incident seem to revolve around an epicenter. The instructive fallacy of police. Simply yet effective. You astound me, Kiana. I guess being a drifter means you can't be lazy anymore, and this isn't my first time being homeless. If you are right, then Helipolis should have the answers we need. We need to meet more concrete evidence. Is that why you wanted to drag Shiksa into this and have them solve the puzzle for us? Shiksa should be concerned since they aiding Elk City. That man won't allow others to smear his good name. Well, I don't trust Shiksa. I don't know what the Rita is up to. Will she pursue the leads we gave her, or will she continue her hunt for me instead? I honestly don't care what she does. I found about this myself. It may be a try for her, but it's a try for me as well. It's time for us to look into this, Kiana. And another stealth mission. Now with Kiana and not with Rita. I really hope I will get to more of this. Yeah, more of this things, more of the stealth missions. Thankfully this time we are closer and have one less room from what it looks like. But like before, took me some while to get through this stage because I needed to wait for the robots to turn around again. Yeah. This robots really created quite some problems. Then we have this robot that's just standing there. Yeah. Wait. And since that other one didn't make any problems, I just continued. And now it seems like they are getting close to where Rita is, or was. Is probably. And yeah. I tried out this battle suit of Kiana, but I can already tell I won't like it and won't use it again. The night provided the perfect setting for this deadly battle. Valkyries of the Immortal Blades fought on against the lurching zombies and mechanical horrors. However, the weight of the enemy's numbers slowly pushed the back to the elite, so something isn't right. The Valkyries appear to be hardly capable of defending themselves. They appear no stronger than ordinary humans. Be careful, Kiana. They have been heavily wounded. We can't just leave them like this. We're running out of time, Kiana. I know that, but the girl finally made her choice. She wouldn't not walk away, and first she drew her pistols. Yeah. And now I need to fight against more zombies. And yeah, like I said, I don't really like this battle suit. And the stage at all, because there are so many enemies. Seemed like this stage won't end at all. More and more enemies. I really don't know what they thought when they and they let the mixed form so close to the place where they need to go. I even feared that through attacking them, that I pushed them into the place. Yeah, this one got through. I really didn't know how I should have managed that, but yeah. And even more of this stupid mix. that I needed to defeat. In the beginning I thought this would never end. The rescued Valkyries struggled to their feet. They stared at Kiana with terrified eyes and retreated in fear. You, the Herrscher of Void, don't come any closer. I won't hurt you. None of them was willing to give her their trust. Really? Then, thank you. What happened? You don't look badly hurt. The Valkyries shouldn't be defeated that easily. They played dirty. They used some form of gaseous agent in my body. I lost my strength before I knew what happened. The wounded Valkyrie remembered something and held onto Kiana's arm despite her fears. Try not to talk too much. Save your energy and let your friends take you back. At June 12's eyes, she's still down there, in danger. Look, just take care of yourself first. Please, you have to help her. Okay, I do that. Yeah. Even though she is one of our main enemies at the moment. But yeah. With the 3 more stages and then we are through. Yeah, like I said, I switched instantly back to the other battlesuit. And yeah. Like I said, 3 more stages. After firing her last shots, Kiana looked at the elevator that would lead to the deeper underground facility. Kiana did not notice this area due to the brevity of her previous visit to it. She took the chance that presented itself. The Valkyrie said Rita is still down there and in danger. This must be it. I think I'm close enough. We can even sense Honkai reactions. Rita must be fighting them. Kiana, our time is running out. You could help Rita or find out the truth. The choice is yours. I really don't know if I have a real choice, but I try to save Rita. Because Rita already knows a lot now about this facility. And yeah. But maybe at some point I will try the stage again and choose the other way. And see if this changes something. If I just fail the stage, if I do that. But yeah. It would be interesting, you know. Yeah. Disinfected search way too much defense. Almost doesn't take any damage. Yeah. How I like such enemies. But yeah. Nothing I can do about it. And nowhere was any health here to be seen. It really would have helped if anyone would have, of the enemies would have dropped heal. Because yeah, like you see, I'm already in the red. Of course, yeah, what can I do? especially with this terrible camera.
前に進もう。
I really thought I needed to fight now.
メイドさんの答えはもう出たみたいだね。
これは一時的な選択に過ぎません。
まだ突破する力は残ってるよね、メイドさん。
Yeah. Like I said, maybe when I play again this stages to get every star, I will replay this stage to get to get the things, to see what happens when I leave Rita just there alone. Maybe through some way I still get there.
やは
うん
りそうだったか。
I'm hardly
リタが
surprised
こちらを疑い始めた時から
and sensed that someone was feeding
誰かが
hits
裏で糸を
hints to Rita when that vaguely started doubting us. You could have stayed out of this, Herrscher. Kill them.
ここは私の。
Kiana did such large amounts of damage now. But yeah. She's mixed. Oh. Mixed level for what I can bring on this stage.
お祭りに競争の主を。
If I had to fight these enemies in the other stage after I got that much damage, I probably would have died.
わかった。艦長、次の目標は決まった？
Escaping this place. And the last stage.
準備できたよ。
全員戦闘に入れ。奴らを取り逃がすな。
前に進もう。
I was really not happy at that. In a stage where that is depending on time that I need to fight enemies and defeat them before I can continue, because see, only 1 minute left and one of the enemies spawn on the other side of the stage, and I can't just always run completely once around the stage.
もう逃げたりしない。
Now I need to wait for the enemies to spawn,
審判の時は来た。
or maybe I just ran through the trigger.
艦長、次の目標は決まった？わかった。ロックとアンドイン。
And more enemies that are no problem to defeat with Kiana.
前に進もう。
The zombies continued their endless march in the darkness. The exit is right ahead. Rita's body steadily became slower and clumsier. She could sense her strength draining away from her body. Her strength became heavy. She could no longer apply enough force to break armor plates or crevices. She knew her only chance was to break out of the encirclement. Eos, request ground support. Come in, Eos. She heard a series of explosions. The names of the crew displayed on her visual grew dim. Eos was taken. Her last hope of escape had been defeated.
私が相手できるうちに早く入って。
ごめんなさい、キアナさん。最後に処理しなければいけないことができてしまいました。メイドの本職はお掃除ですからね。エオス号自動操縦機能起動。行動コード掃除。目標は現在座標位置。
The night was dark. Raven ascended the tower and viewed the battlefield. The Lopez facilities were in ruins. The shuttle wreck resembled a shattered greatsword. She gave a sigh. Her communicator then buzzed. What are the results? The Schicksalswerke recreated a great ruckus. She rammed her shuttle into our facilities. Is she alive? We found no bodies. Oh, this trick of the book. I hope you aren't fooled by her show. You have 10 hours to salvage the situation before Schicksal arrives in force and exact their vengeance. Need I remind you of what happens if you fail? They left us with something I need. The experiment remains unscheduled. The serpent should have its victory. Yeah. Nice idea, just ramming her own shuttle into her. I probably would have had the exact same look on my face like Kiana did. Somewhere in Arc City, moments later.
あんた冷たそうに見えるけど、感情に任せて行動するタイプだね。あれ？まさか自分がしたこ
Oh,
とのせい
were
で
you trying
失
to
笑さ
kill
せてたからっ
yourself
て
just because you
思い
felt
詰めて
guilty
ないよ
about your
ね。あん
losers?
たがまたバカなこと考えないように。
Look, I've saved as many of your girls as I could, so stop this crazy
安
nonsense.
心してください、キアナさん。
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Miss Castellana. I do not believe in pointless sacrifices. But since this vastly superior enemy will try to hunt us down, I created a show where we fought to the last.
騙せると思うの？
Are you sure they would believe in your show? Even if they didn't, they'd be busy trying to cover up for that explosion. That means less forces on our trails. Before the world's open, find our tracks we should. Rita started trembling before she could finish her words. The battle had depleted her strength completely. She collapsed and fell into a deep coma. Yeah. So with that we finished this chapter's main quest, and then there's this side quest. And yeah, I will play this side quest completed in this video. I would find it stupid to not do this side quest completely. No. Oh yeah.
準備できたよ。
キアナ、起きる時間だ。
Wake up, Kiana.
もう
It's
起きる
still
の？
so early.
キアナ、眠り続けてい
We
る暇
shouldn't be wasting our time like this.
ここ
Where am I? You're in a dream.
でも
Dream? But everything here feels and smells like the real thing.
第8の神の鍵。
It's the fancy cell of Tuxion created by the 8th key, Fengham Dawn. Our memories are now connected.
あなたが今まで学んできたものは
You're still unprepared for the dangers that we'll soon be facing. This fantasy will give me enough time to teach you something useful. I can have a million of these dreams if they can make me stronger. There are still a few hours till daybreak. We can take it slowly.
待って
Wait,
もう
why
1
do I
日中
feel
戦
like
って
we've
る
been
気がするん
fighting
だ
all
けど
day long?
これじゃ
My
体が
body
動
is
かな
gonna
いよ
break. Time works differently in a dream. A dream that covers an entire life might just take a few moments in reality.
なんか聞いたことあ
Wasn't
る
there a guy who
一斉
dreamed
の
of becoming rich but woke up and realized that he just fell asleep cooking food? Indeed, but in Shensuhu, such techniques of meditation were used for
委員長
martial training.
今私にしてる
Like the
特訓み
training
た
I
いな
have
感
now?
じ
Life is short. The ability to train in our sleep allows us to achieve far better results.
もし目が覚めた時
But what if I forget everything I've learned in my dream when I wake up? True, these dreams may present a false reality, but constant dream training will instill muscle memories. Your break is over. Training must continue, Kiana. Alrighty, bring it on.
向き合わないと
Yeah.
勝利が
So
私の
this
痛みを
bonus
和らげてくれ
stage,
るといいな
I call them now bonus stages because I don't know what else to call them, because it doesn't seem like really that they have a meaning for this chapter at the moment. So yeah. But yeah. Kiana is almost at 100%.
準備できたよ
Yeah, I could have chosen a second character, but yeah. Now I need to defeat Hua while she's inside the circle. I first thought I need to defeat her while she's outside the circle.
前
Thankfully I realized it relatively quick
分かった前に
that she needs to be inside the circle. Easier said than done.
一回勝利しただけだよ
And defeated.
道はまだまだ長いんだから
So yeah. I wanted to make Kiana. Now only Rita is missing.
準備できたよ今日も寝れないことは分かってたよ
I knew there will be no rest tonight. You will be sparing with oriental mess today. This oriental phantoms are illusions created by your own mind. Though they may be false constructs, you feel pain and fear as though your body is in real danger. Moments of danger push the body to unleash potentials that would otherwise lay dormant within you. This is why true warriors always push their limits to master powers they can unleash for future fights. But dangers are hard to come by in real life, that's why I used the thing hung down to make things easier.
聖フレイヤ学園の記憶訓練システ
This
ム
reminds me of that special training system in Senpire High. This is a little different. Thing hung down is the divine key. Your brain will interpret every single detail created by the key as real. What do you mean? If your mind believes in your death, your body will be nothing more than a breathing corpse. I will not interfere to ensure the effectiveness of this training. Do your best, Kiana.
分かった手は抜かないよ
I'm a born genius. Let's do this. Like I said, the stages seem pretty easy. You know? The ultimate is way too strong.
この勝利が
And finish.
私の痛みを和らげてくれるといいな
Yeah, I upgraded after every mission. Or collected the things.
準備できたよ。楽
I know the fight. Thing. Yeah.
カバンにしまっておこう。
Relatively easy, the enemies. We can.
かすり傷だよ。
Yeah.
一回勝利しただけだよ。これから先、道はまだまだ長いんだから。
Still interesting this stage because we learn a bit about Kiana's training. Yeah, and then I didn't have any more stamina.
準備できたよ。
Too much stories
委員
for
長
today.
は得意技とかある？
Hey, do you have a killer move that you can teach me? Or this basic training is just boring?
そんなのより一撃必
How
殺
about
みたい
some
な
one
技があ
push
った方が
ultimate that would make things so much easier?
過去に武芸を人に教えてから
I haven't fought anyone for a while. I thought I would never do that so again.
何？本当に必殺技
So
を教
does
えて
that
くれ
mean
る
you're
の？
gonna teach me your
私が
killer
得
move?
得している武芸
I fight using this sword key known as the Edge of Xian, an ancient art combined the best of many other schools. The Edge is divided into 5 blade essence: mantra, form, ascension, and eminence. So-called mind. You all have undergone basic physical training in the academy. This is a simple form of the blade mantra, modified by auto to train vagaries. Form and sanctioneer require weapons you don't wield. Ascension might be useful, but others don't. Are you saying that I'm too dumb for everything?
待って。今言った中
Wait,
で
there's still something they've called emittance, right? It's eminence. The found of change, when an unarmed wielder uses her mind to unleash the divine edge itself.
全然意味わからないけど、
The fount of what? I don't understand anything you said, which means it must be awesome. Teach me. Eminence aims to bend Honkai to your will, while mantra and form prepare your body to wield this essence. True mantra and form must be mastered to achieve eminence. You might be able to skip them. Your harsher powers should allow you to control the Honkai. But using eminence before you're ready may be dangerous. We should start with mantra instead. Once the time is right, I shall teach you the essence of eminence.
どう始めればいいの？
Great.
猛然
いや
立ち呼吸を落ち着かせる
And now,
難しい。
わかりやすく言おう献身を体を競技状態に入るものだと理解するといい
I just need to defeat
試合の
enemies
前に
and
頭
yeah.
を空っぽにして体をリラックス
One
さ
after
せ体の
another.
細かい変化を感じる
There lies so
体に
much
流れる力以外
things
何も知らず何も感
that
じ
I
ない
didn't pick up.
呼吸。感じたよ。
Because these enemies are way too easy to defeat.
元凶が心の波動を照らし始めた
Even these
キアナ止ま
bosses
って
are no match for me. It feels as though something is trying to break free inside of me.
献身は幼少期から心を込めて
Mentor
育てる必
training
要があり
often
ます
begins from a young age. You started late and your experience in inner demons didn't help.
自由に
Then I should train at every sleeping moment until I master this thing.
キアナいい
Listen well and keep my teachings in mind, Kiana. Be patient and allow things
い
to
つかあな
take
たが
its
それを
course.
全て理解したと
One day will arrive when everything should come together and propel you to enlightenment.
としてる場合じゃないのに、この勝利が私の痛みを
Yeah.
和らげてくれるといいな。
But this day still will take some while. Probably. Yeah. still have a few stages to do. And yeah, now the enemies are already starting to get stronger.
思い通りには
Oh yeah.
させない審判の時は来た
And the stunning thing really didn't help. The stages still are relatively easy. But yeah. Still created some. Still took some more time than it in the other stages.
前に進もうあんたのこんな勉強なの審判の時
Oh
は
yeah.
来た
But Kiana is strong enough at the moment to, but that this enemy still isn't really that much of a problem from what it looks like.
審判の時は来た
Except that it now has extreme defense all of a sudden. Which made this stage difficult. And you will see I managed to defeat it very... Yeah. Let's say I almost played the stage. I defeated it with 1 second left. If I hadn't the ultimate skill ready, I would have needed to play this stage a second time. That's why I also then started using Rita and upgraded Rita. Since if the next stage gets even harder, it will create problems. So yeah. Upgrading Rita was the best course of action for the moment. Now for EX4 and EX4S are still. Kiana, we have been training for a while. Time is not on our side, so I like to see what you have learned. I see. Should we begin? No, you're not fighting me this time. Your opponent is... Throughout snapped her finger. The sound echoed throughout the Silent Mountain, fixing an area and transformed it into something entirely different. Devons turned black. She levitated in mid-air and gave them a ghastly smile. I have to fight. Her? I know it will be difficult for you to fight her on your own. But sometimes one must battle without help and reap both the sweet and bitter rewards alone. Every one of us must face our deepest fear. It is a trial that we must undergo on our own. You must face her and fight her again and again until she is not. It's nothing but just another grief you take. Kiana, the divine key is not all powerful. I will not be at your side forever. I foresee a far more treacherous path before you. Before my time ends, I do what I can to prepare you for this difficult path. That is my promise to you and the promise I made to Major Himiko. I will be prepared. Then we shall begin. Oh yeah, now we need to fight against Sirin, I think was her real name. Yeah. Oh, she is called der Herrscher Kiana. It's the original Herrscher of Void. And like I said, the enemies are getting stronger and stronger. That's why I upgraded Rita now, because from what I have seen, the second fight, the S fight, is every time a fight against time where you need to fight with the enemy again.
この勝利が私の痛みを和らげてくれるといいな。
Oh yeah. We will probably need to fight her now again. And I took Rita with me. But since I got a few more of these things, I enhanced Rita a bit more. Oh yeah.
準備できたよ。
And now we need to fight against her on a time limit, and I need to defeat her inside the circle. Which is easier said than done, because she really likes to run to stay relatively far away from the character, which makes it very difficult. With this time limit, yeah, it really is. I really thought that I don't manage to defeat her, because I had managed to to reduce her health for one the first half of the time from 1.5 bars, and yeah, that wouldn't have gone right, but then somehow I managed to deal extreme amounts of damage, so yeah. But with that we finished both to 100%, and now comes the part that annoys me the most. I don't know why, but I can max her. Get her to 100%. Also, which is really unsatisfying. Yeah, there would be the notes. So yeah, we finished chapter 13. It seems like Rita is for now on our side. And yeah, more things to claim. Level rush. This kind of crystal things. And yeah, this episode was so long that I finished the expeditions. So yeah, but since I had enough requested to do one poll. I did this now. And yeah. With that, we have finished this chapter. And yeah, a few things to collect. And yeah, we finished this chapter today. I have no stamina left. And yeah, I would say that who was it for today's video. I hope I see you in the next video again. And yeah, if you enjoyed that video, I would be happy about a like, subscription if you don't want to miss another video, and a comment what other games you maybe want to see, what you liked about the video, what I could do better. And yeah, I hope I see you all in the next video. Goodbye.